Hello, my friends, it is Troy. Welcome to the last day of the pre-scheduled content of my spring break. Whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-da, woo-woo-woo. Ooh, okay, I don't know. Sorry, what am I doing? Today I'm going to be giving you some spring book recommendations. I thought I would just do a video quickly listing like 6 books that I haven't really talked about in a while that I think would be perfect for reading in the spring. I'm not like an expert, like I know you can read any book during each season, but I just like doing book recommendation videos because it gives me a chance to talk about some books that like I'm not really prominently needing to talk about. Definitely make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment with some of your book recommendations for me that you think are more like lighthearted, upbeat, and have that like spring vibe to them. Yeah, let's get started. Alrighty, first up we have got The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I have not actually talked about this for a while, so I just wanted to kind of touch back on this. And basically we're set with this girl named Jude who is 7 years old, and she has 2 sisters, and basically when they're young their parents were murdered and they were kidnapped and they're taken to the fairy worlds. And then 10 years later, where this book is set, basically Jude is being treated like a human or like a mortal. She's not really getting a place in the fairy court as she wants to, and she's also being treated very like wrongly by the Prince of Carden, which is like the youngest and wickedest prince of the fairy. I think I explained that right. She's just wanting to get a place in the fairy court by, you know, competing in competitions and also having to like get involved in like espionage and like finding out some secrets, and it gets really good, just like with the politics in this world, and just the world itself is so cool, and it has like that springy vibe. It's almost like this new world that we just get to delve in with so many interesting like characters and interesting settings, and I just love like exploring Jude's character because she's such like a strong-willed female, and you know I always love that in books, and so I just really always enjoy like listening to Jude's story and just seeing what she has to offer, and especially because some of the plot twists with Holly Black, like I think this is such a great young adult book, and I highly recommend it. Next up we have got Nemesis by Brendan Reichs, and this is one of my all-time favorite, or actually it is my all-time favorite sci-fi series, and this is just a perfect book. Basically you're set with basically 2 characters, Min and Noah, and on the book you can see he killed me not, he killed me. And so Min is this character who every like 2 years, starting when she was 7, every other year she would be killed by this man on her birthday, and so she would try to escape it, but it's like every single year he keeps coming back and he keeps killing her, and so she's like, why do I keep like reviving, why do I keep like respawning, because like she's killed, but then she wakes up in the woods and she's like, what the heck just happened? And then we're set with Noah, who's having these strange dreams. It's kind of like the same thing where they're both like getting killed in unusual ways. They're kind of looking for more information in this small town of, what's it called? I think it's like Salt Lake City. Oh, Fire Lake in Idaho, I'm pretty sure. They're kind of trying to figure out more information from their school and from like their therapy people, because they all have like weird files on them, and then they actually end up, there's like this kind of a apocalyptic event that's like threatening them. There's this like asteroid that's bound to hit the earth, and so basically what happens after that is they're all set into this virtual world and everything just gets really crazy. We further explore like the kind of death and revival and just like what happens after Earth kind of just totally dies from this asteroid. Like it's just so interesting to see like how they explore like what humans would actually do if there was some sort of event like this, like how they would upload people into like a virtual realm if that happened. And it's just I don't know, it's just something about this whole world and this whole series, like that's just like the baseline. The second book gets even crazier, the third book gets like insane, and it's just like to explore everything that happens is just so cool. Without this book I probably wouldn't really enjoy sci-fi, so this is definitely one for the books, definitely one I said definitely like 3 times, but I definitely recommend. Next up, we have got The Gravity of Us by Phil Stamper, and this is an LGBTQ+ romance between 2 boys that are kind of involved in this like space program. So basically we are set with this character named, oh gosh, it's been a while, Cal Lewis, and he is just living like in his apartment in New York when his family gets the call that his dad was approved for the space program, so that they have to move kind of near NASA in their like kind of space community, but he's like, oh no, I have to uproot my whole life. But when he gets there, he actually meets this other boy named, Leon, and Leon is like this boy next door that's also a part of this like space program. Like his parents are involved, they connect on a different level, like I said, and they are kind of explore you know, the benefits and the negatives of like all that's happening to them, especially because Cal, our main character, has this like really famous like what's it called, account, like this flash fame app. He has almost 500,000 followers there, and over there his fame spikes. He gets like millions and millions of followers, and we kind of explore his journey through social media in this space program and having to uproot his life and his old friends for this new program. And it's just like a really cute romance. It has like this, you know, space sci-fi effect on it as well. There's some kind of lows, there's some highs, but overall it's just such a great story, and I read this in only a couple sittings, honestly. Like, it was just so good, and I could have read it all day. Alright, fifth, or is this the fourth book? Yeah, this is the fourth book. We got Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and this is part of the Lunar Chronicles. This is basically like a fun sci-fi slash fantasy slash futuristic. It's really, really cool, and we're basically set with this character named Cinder, and she's like this mechanic. She's been treated really bad by her family, kind of like this classic Cinderella retelling, as you guys can see with the shoe, and she kind of meets this prince. There's this like plague that's ravaging the situation, or the population in New Beijing, and there's these lunars that are kind of on the moon, and they're looking down upon Earth, and they're like terrorizing everything. So it's just really interesting. So we have like a balance of the lunars at the top. They are kind of said to like create this plague, or that's at least my theory, and there's this plague that kind of affects her sister's dying. She starts getting involved with the plague, and then again, like, she starts meeting with the prince, like kind of like a romance in the midst of all of this happening. It's just like a really cute short story. Well, it's not really short, but like it just has a lot of cool elements, a lot of like plot twists, and it really makes me kind of respect Marissa Meyer, because their other series were not that great. So yeah, I highly recommend, and I know it's kind of popular, but yeah, I just haven't really talked about it a lot on my channel, so I just gotta show my support. Alrighty, fifth, we've got, I think this is another middle grade. I'm not sure if Cinder was middle grade. I'm pretty sure it's middle grade, but this is The Explorers, The Door in the Alley by Adrian Kress, and this is a start of like a really lighthearted, fun, adventure, kind of like chase story. We're set with two characters that get involved with this evil organization. They don't get involved with it, but they kind of come across this evil organization that's like stealing this magical artifact that has like, you know, the potential to extend their own life and like make them rich, kind of like the, you know, the Sorcerer's Stone in Harry Potter or something like that. The two characters have this map that they find from this exclusive explorers club, and they have to kind of collect this artifact while the bad guys are chasing them. Yeah, it's kind of really cool, and they have to encounter a bunch of explorers, like ancient explorers that discovered these crazy things and these crazy discoveries, and it just wraps up into this really kind of crazy quick tale that I just read in less than like a couple hours. It was so quick and so enjoyable. I just loved experiencing it. It had like a light humored kind of tone to it, and the writing style was really good because it really interacted with the reader in a way. So yeah, I gotta love that. And I'm also left on a big cliffhanger, so I do need to find the other books to the series because I do want to continue with it. Just, it won't be for a while because I have a lot of other reading priorities. Last up, we have got Slay by Brittany Morris, and I kind of read this in the summer, but it just feels like a springy book to me. It's almost a little bit sci-fi to it, also kind of contemporary. It's really cool, but basically, we've got this girl, I keep forgetting names, Kiara Johnson, and she is one of the only black kids at her school, and she created this game because she's like in this minority to like interact with other black people. So it's this game, this like virtual reality that all these black kids from all across the world can kind of like come together and play this game. And I don't remember, it's called, yeah, the game was called Slay, and it's basically this card-based game. It's such a great book that explores like racial injustice by these white people like calling out the game for like being racist towards white people or like leaving out white people. And there's also this troll in the game that's like trying to like hack the game in a way, and then there's a murder that happens because of the game. So there's just a lot of like interesting stuff that happens with the game. I thought the beginning was a little bit slow, but as soon as this action started, like with the murder and the kind of media attention to the game and all of this crazy hacking stuff, and like, you know, it gets really extreme and like intense almost, and like it was really enjoyable. I thought it just did so great in like educating me about some racial topics, and it was enjoyable along the way because I loved the way that the game worked, and I loved like some of the characters and like almost a sense of mystery to who the hacker was, and like it was all just really well done. I thought the author did such a great job. Like, applause to Brittany Morris. Well, that wraps up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to quickly recap all these books, and I'll hopefully have them in the description. One second, I have to flip this book. But yeah, we have got The Cruel Prince, then we talked about Nemesis by Brendan Reichs, then we talked about The Gravity of Us, Cinder, The Explorer, The Door in the Alley, and then Slay. These are all great books that I would recommend to you during the spring, and that I haven't really talked about recently. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe down to my channel for more book recommendations in the future. I want to do another random book recommendation video because those are always fun. So yeah, leave a comment down below if you have any book recommendations for me, or if these were helpful, or if you've read any of these books. Like, definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Leave the last one up there, and yeah, check out. I'm gonna check out. See you guys later. Bye.